understanding of a backbone organisation comes from practical application of a backbone role, and so how we've evolved that across our collective is we provide support to a whole range of partners, and we have a common goal or common aspiration that we want to achieve. So we provide the infrastructure, the data support, the coordination support, any specialist area support that is going to get us to the aspiration or the goal or the outcome that as a collective we've decided we want to do. So the role that I play in the backbone for Te Paeherenga Tamaki, or our Whanau Water Collective, is coordinating all our partners, providing a high level overview of all the activities that we do, looking at all our partners, looking at some of their strengths, and supporting our collective as a whole to provide some strategic priorities. What do we want to achieve as a collective? How might we do that? And then who do we need to partner with to progress some of our strategic goals? Communication is real key for my role and the role of my team, providing up-to-date communication, ongoing communication, so that everyone still has feels like they've got an investment into the collective. We take on many different roles. I guess the main role for us is, we call it a kaiarahi or navigator, and it's just navigating through all the partnerships and to support us achieve our overall outcome. Some of the challenges for a backbone or in the role of trying to bring together a whole bunch of different partners with different agendas, different funding models, has been to actually just establish a trusting relationship. That has taken, 2 to 3 years, and with different partners we have a deeper trusting relationship than others. That's been some of our challenges. I think the main challenge has been is that all our providers have been set up to provide services and compete against each other, so that provides an environment of distrust already. When you're dealing with Māori and iwi dynamics, there's a whole bunch of other dynamics that come with it, and it's trying to navigate through that. But at the end of the day, the main goal for our collective has been how do we advance our whānau that live in our communities, and how do we work together better as a collective to increase better outcomes, life outcomes, whānau outcomes for those whānau. Some of the highlights as a backbone has been the progression of this collective that we've seen. We've got our first contract as a region with a government agency, and they have been approached and they've recognised the skill set of all our different partners at the table. Other highlights is that as a collective we've really come together for events, for shared learnings. We have community of practices for our kaiarahi, we have community of practices for our data analysts, and bringing them together so that they can share their learnings, so it's more enriched workforce for Te Paeherenga or Tamaki partners. Just really excited about some of the strategic goals and visions that as a collective we have and how we're progressing towards those. From my lens, any advice or lessons learned is take your time when building relationships. I think that's probably the biggest advice. Invest in relationships, invest in making trustful relationships, because otherwise any initiative that you have, any activity that you have will not progress, because people will not be coming to the table from a position of trust. That's probably the biggest advice. And be transparent about what it is that you're there for. Our partners now have a very transparent upfront relationship with each other, and that's off the back of having a trustful relationship. So yeah, take your time to build your relationships, because in the long run it will be better for you to progress all the activities or the vision that your collective wants. Kia ora.